Welcome to this interactive Sales Excel dashboard video tutorial. My name is Andreas, and in this tutorial we are going to build an amazing interactive dashboard. This dashboard is completely built in Excel and has many features that we are going to see step by step. This is the dashboard that we are going to create. This is the end result, and we are going to create it from scratch. We will use some formulas, conditional formatting, sparklines, charts, camera tool, data validation, and we will also create a beautiful dashboard background to make it. It has 3 worksheets: data, which is the only worksheet that we have ready, calculations that we are going to create from scratch, and dashboard sheet, which is our presentation, and we are going to create from scratch as well. Before we ask ourselves what is the dashboard going to do, we have to follow the dashboard creation process. The steps that we are going to follow is first defining what the dashboard should contain, for example the metrics and the purpose of them. Then we'll define the mock-up of the dashboard and how it will look like. Then we will get the data and put them in an Excel sheet. Then we will make some calculations and analyze our data to create the metrics. And finally, we will use charts, tables, and some other visualization tools like conditional formatting to present everything in one dashboard. In the description you will find the free Excel workbook and the complete sample file that you can download and practice with. Keep in mind that I use the Microsoft Excel 2019 for this dashboard, but you can work with older versions of Excel. Now I will only touch on the surface of what's possible with Excel dashboards in this video, because I want to keep this under an hour. But if you'd like to set yourself apart from the crowd, then please take a moment to check out my over 9 hours online Excel dashboard course, as well as my other courses on Udemy. If you are interested, write me in the comments and I will give you a link with a $10 discount coupon code. So let's dive in. Before we ask ourselves what is the dashboard going to do, we have to follow the dashboard creation process. The steps that we are going to follow is first defining what the dashboard should contain, for example the metrics and the purpose of them. Then we'll define the mock-up of the dashboard and how it will look like. Then we will get the data and put them in an Excel sheet. Then we will make some calculations and analyze our data to create the metrics. And finally, we will use charts, tables, and some other visualization tools like conditional formatting to present everything in one dashboard. Let's get started by asking the question to myself, what is the dashboard going to do? I run a small business. I have some courses on Udemy, a blog, and a YouTube channel. As a businessman, I want to know how is my business doing. For example, what is the revenue, month by month, and how many new students purchase my courses. This is the kind of questions I have to ask, so I can think about the metrics I want to calculate. Since there are a lot of metrics, it's difficult to keep track of everything at the same time. So, select only the important metrics, otherwise you will be lost. In this Excel file, I have 3 worksheets: data, calculations, and dashboard. I already collecting my data, as you can see from this table. I want to measure 4 metrics: the revenue per month, new students per month, YouTube subscribers per month, and my website unique visitors per month. The next step is to make a mock-up of the dashboard. You can use a pen and paper or a program like PowerPoint, Excel or Word to prepare a mock-up for your dashboard. I will draw my mock-up in a new Excel sheet. Rename it to mockup. I want to have these 4 metrics in boxes on top of the dashboard, which is a monthly dashboard. It will show figures and numbers for a specific month and contrast it with the previous month. So I want a month filter on top. Here it is. Let's type month filter. The first metric is revenue. Draw a box somewhere there. Type revenue. Inside the box I want to show a trend of the revenue for the last 12 months with the help of sparklines. Let's draw the other boxes. This box is new students. This is subscribers. And this is unique visitors. Below metrics, I want to create 2 charts, one clustered stacked column chart, somewhere here, that will show the analysis of student purchases for the current and previous month, and one bullet chart that can be used to compare the performance of net revenue for the 4 last months. Then I want to show all the metrics in a simple table format. Start drawing the table and the columns of it. I want the description of metrics. This month, last month, the change in percentages, this month last year, last 12 months total, and trend. For example, student purchases, Udemy Organic, and so on. Great, we actually made a dashboard mockup and we are ready to continue with the next steps. Look at data worksheet. It has 11 columns, the months of year 2017 and 2016, the total amount per month of student purchases, Udemy Organic revenue, my promotions, ad program revenue, other sources of income, student refunds, net revenue, new students per month, new YouTube subscribers, and unique visitors of my blog per month. Keep in mind that collecting and displaying data is a difficult task and time waster sometimes. To collect all the data and paste it into an Excel file is a time-consuming activity. Of course, it's a very important task. And once you have the correct data, then creating the chart is not so difficult. Data tab and Get External Data button is also a big help if you have to collect data from other sources. That being said, my data is ready, and any type of formulas and calculations will be on calculation sheet. One more sheet that I could add is an About sheet, which will explain what the dashboard is about. Now let's get started with our calculations. As you can see from our mockup, we need first to get the current month and last month values, and then find out the change. So start typing in A2 cell, current month, previous month, and current month last year. Current month is not today's month, it's a month from January to December of year 2017. We will add a dynamic drop-down list to filter our month. I want to do this so I can test my calculations later. When I start to design the dashboard, then the drop-down list will add to dashboard worksheet. I will use data validations to do that. Go to Data tab, Data Validation button, and from this dialog box select List. Remember, we want to choose only months from year 2017. From Source, go to Datasheet and select these cells, which are the months from January to December of year 2017. Press OK. We didn't finish yet, because we have to convert this number to date. Remember, Microsoft Excel stores dates as sequential serial numbers, so they can be used in calculations. By default, January 1st of 1900 is serial number 1, and January 1st of 2008 is serial number 39448, because it's 39448 days after January 1st of 1900. From Home tab and Number Settings, search from Custom category the format you want. Here it is. Great. The first step is ready, as you can see from drop-down list. To find the previous month, I will use a function called EO_month. The Excel EO_month function returns the last day of the month, X months in the past or future. The syntax is here. So if I write this formula, it will tell us the end of the month 1 month before current. Since we need to get the first date of the month, look at the data here, I will type equal EO_month, parenthesis, B2, which is the current month, comma -2, parenthesis, +1. Same goes here, equal EO_month, parenthesis, B2, comma, -13, close parenthesis, +1, because we need the current month last year. Nice. The next step is to copy all my metrics from Data worksheet and paste it on Calculations, and then start to calculate one by one. Go to Data, copy this, click A8 cell, and from Paste Options, choose Transpose, because I want to paste them vertical. OK, now start typing the headers of the columns, starting from B6. Current month, previous month, change percentage, last year current month, and the total of last 12 months. Highlight them and wrap the text. Also align the text. Current month is B2 shell. Previous month is B3 cell. And last year current month is B4. To test it, we'll change the value of current month and see the results. Okay, it works. To get the value of student purchases for the current month, we will use some product function. We can't use VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP because here we have a two-way lookup. If we had to look at the month, then we could use VLOOKUP formula. If we had to look at the row information, then we could use HLOOKUP formula. But here we have to look up both the column and row. Some product returns the sum of multiple criteria from the corresponding ranges of arrays. Here is the formula breakdown. Click on B8 and start typing equal plus sum product double parenthesis, highlight months A3 to A26 from data worksheet, equals to B7, which is the current month. Close parenthesis, and we finished array 1 criteria. Multiply by, open parenthesis, B2 to K2 from data worksheet again, which are the headers of our metrics, equals to 8, close parenthesis, and we finished array 2 criteria. Multiply by array values, which are from B3 to K26 from data worksheet, of course. Close parenthesis and enter. Check if this is the correct value for the current month. Test it from drop-down month list and see the results. We'll use the same formula for all the different metrics that we have. But if I copy the formula all the way down, as you can see, all the cells will change. The array 1 and array 2 criteria and also the array values. So I have to figure a way to lock the cells that do not change. The easiest way is to use absolute reference. As you already know, absolute reference do not change when copied or filled. You can use an absolute reference to keep a row or a column constant. An absolute reference is designated in a formula by the addition of a $sign. It can precede the column reference, the row reference, or both. Double-click B8 cell to fix the formula. Put absolute reference here by pressing F4 function key. Here, here, and finally here. The only cell I don't touch is A8 because it's the only one that I want to change as I will copy the formula. Press Enter and copy again. Now the values are correct. With the same logic, I will use some product for this and this column. Copy first the formula to the right and then double click to make the necessary changes. Great, now we will continue to calculate the percentage change. The generic formula is this. Type equal, parenthesis, B8, minus C8, close parenthesis, divide by C8. Copy all the way down and convert them into percentage with the percent style button. OK, test it again. And all the calculations are working fine. We want to get the values for the last 12 months. Until now we have the values for current, previous and last year current month. Click on G7 and type equal B7, which is the current month. Then we will use the EO month function exactly as I used it here. Equal EO month, parenthesis, G7, comma, minus 2, close parenthesis, plus 1. Enter. Copy the formula from H7 to R7. Click G8 and type equal B8. Copy the cell all the way down. Click H8 cell and type equal C8. Copy, and these 2 months are ready. Let's use some product to calculate the rest of the months and their values, starting from I8. Copy the formula from B8 and make the necessary changes. The last 12 months total is calculated by adding up all the values here. Equal sum, parenthesis, G8 to R8, close parenthesis, and enter. Copy the formula and convert them to general. We finished our calculations. Let's put some borders in the tables. The next step is to prepare data and create tables for the two charts that I will add to my dashboard: the clustered stacked column chart and the bullet chart. The cluster stacked will show me the analysis of student purchases for the current and previous month. So first of all, I will put there cells A20 and A21, the current and previous month, equal B2 and equal B3. Next, copy these four cells from A9 to A12 and from paste option, choose transpose. I want them in horizontal direction. With same way, copy B9 to B12 and transpose here. Also C9 to C12 and paste them right here. Very nice. The data of the cluster stack column chart are ready. A bullet chart is a data visualization tool that can be used to compare the performance of a metric. It's an ideal chart if you want to compare total sales to a target. The bullet charts will help me to compare the performance of my revenue for the last 4 months. Type equal G7 and copy to E23, which are the 4 last months. In these cells we'll put the 3 types of range: poor, good and excellent. Below this cell I will type target revenue. And after that, revenue. Add some borders, and now we are ready to fill the table with data. Revenue for current month is there, equal G14. Copy it, and we are done. It's useful when you create a dashboard for some metrics to set some targets, because it's easier for you to keep track of your progress as well as see if you are able to reach the target or not. That's what we're going to do now, putting some numbers as targets inside our table. Let's get started and fill the numbers. Okay, let's quickly recap what we said in the mock-up. We wanted to create 4 little boxed areas on the top of the 4 metrics and have a label and then show the number and the trend. I will make them in a calculations worksheet and copy into our dashboard later. The first metric is revenue. Use relative reference to connect these 2 cells. This is a reference to A14 here. And this is the reference to the value here, which I will format in currency format. This is the percentage change. I want to add arrow beside the percentage change, and the best way is to use conditional formatting. Click the button, New Rule, Icon Sets, Icon Style. When value is greater than 0, then green arrow. When it's 0, yellow arrow. And when it's below 0, red arrow. OK. Below percentage change, I will create a sparkline that will refer to the last 12 values, 12 months. From Insert tab, Line Sparkline, highlight G14 to R14, which are the 12 last months. The location set is correct, and OK. Increase the width of the cell, and the first sparkline is ready. To create the remaining metrics faster, I can copy, paste it, and fix the references, like this. Convert these cells to numbers. And remove the grid lines from View tab. Let us now come to the dashboard, and I think we are ready to design it, starting from top and creating the month filter, like the mockup. Go to B2 shell and type Select Month. Merge and center the cells from B2 to L2. To create the list of months, we will use data validation, with the same way we did in calculation sheet. Click M2, Data tab, Data validation, List, and select as source the cells from A15 to A26 from Data Worksheet. Convert the cell from custom category. Great. To connect M2 with B2 from calculation sheet, we will make a reference. So type equal M2 and enter. Now every time I change the month from month filter, the current month changes from calculation sheet. And of course all the functions and calculations automatically change. Cancel the list in B2 shell. From data validation button, selecting clear all. To finish, format the cells with a fill color and a border if you want. Nice. The next step is to copy the 4 metrics into our dashboard. We already learned in a previous lecture what camera tool is. To remember it, Excel's camera tool enables you to take a live picture of a chart or a range of cells that updates dynamically while your data updates. From calculation sheet, highlight these cells, click the camera icon and draw a box in dashboard sheet. Somewhere there. Do the same with the other 3 metrics. Select all the metrics with Shift and from Format tab, choose a picture effect, like shadow. And remove the border. Also align middle and distribute horizontally. Okay, let's quickly again recap what we said in the mockup. The next step is to build these 2 charts. Keep in mind that you have to visit previous lectures in our course on how to build a cluster stack column chart and a bullet chart. Click on Calculation tab and highlight data range from A19 to E21. Go to Insert tab, press the column chart and pick the stacked column chart. From Design tab, find the Switch Row Column button and click on it. Excel has created a stacked column chart. Move the chart to Dashboard sheet. Remove the title and the grid lines. Return to Calculation sheet to build the bullet chart. Highlight your data and go to Insert tab. we want to insert a stacked column chart. The first thing is to switch row to column. Here it is. The next step is to change the color of our range. Right-click on this and choose Format Data Series. From Fill, click the bucket, select Solid Fill, and we're going to do this a dark gray color. I'll do exactly the same steps with the other two. The ranges are ready. Now we need to move the revenue to secondary axis. From Series option, select the secondary axis. Because it's covering up all the other columns, we have to change the gap width. Let's move the width to 500%. Now we can see the other columns. The next step is to change the target revenue. Right-click on it and change Series Chart Type. From Combo Charts, we want to change the target revenue to a line chart with markers. Click OK. We want to isolate the markers and delete the lines, so right-click on the line and from Format Data Series, click on Fill and Line options. Choose No Line. Now from Marker options, we will change the type and the size. From Fill, select Solid Fill and change to black color. Also select No Line from Border options. From Marker option, choose Built-in and change the type of the marker to a line and the size to 20. Close the dialog box. We don't want the secondary axis, so highlight it and press Delete key. Also delete the chart title and grid lines. Move the chart to Dashboard Sheet. Great! The final step is to build the table. It's easy because we made almost all the work to calculations worksheet. Start from description of the metrics. Copy and paste them. Let's merge them. Leave a blank column, so I will use it to add icons later. Now with a reference we will create the current month, the previous month, here is change percentage, the last year current month, and here are the total and the trend. Format the table and we are ready to fill the values. If you want, you can add a style from Home tab. remove the grid lines from View tab and adjust the width of the rows. We will use spark lines to create each strand, starting from this cell. Finally, let's create icon sets with conditional formatting. New rule, icon sets. Add the rules. And OK. Add a reference to the cell. Copy all the way down and the dashboard is ready. That's essentially what the dashboard looks like and how it's constructed. We have used some formulas, conditional formatting, sparklines, charts, camera tool, and data validations to make it. I encourage you to apply all the techniques to make any dashboard you want. Please keep in mind that you need to understand what metrics should be part of the dashboard, and then make up a mock-up for your dashboard. Let's start changing the design and completing our dashboard. We are going to do the design of the background in PowerPoint because it's simple and easy. We want to create contrast between the background and the actual dashboard in a way that allows the viewer fully focused on the dashboard content without being distracted. We want to make the background really dark. So first, I'll insert an image in PowerPoint. Usually I go to pexels.com, which has thousands of free stock photos and videos. Then I type a search term, for example sales, and then I select an image, like this one, and download it to my drive. Keep in mind that we want a large dimension of the image because when we are going to set it as the background in Excel later, the dimensions of the image determine if the image will fill out the whole background perfectly or it will be repeated itself. Now I have my Microsoft PowerPoint open. Go to Insert tab, Pictures, find the image you just download and click on it. Nice! The easiest way to make it darker is to right-click on the image. Go to the picture settings and in the picture, correction settings, change the brightness to a negative number, for example minus 90%. Then we are gonna save it by right-clicking and save as picture. Leave the default PNG type and change the name. Save the image and close PowerPoint. The next step is to open the Excel dashboard file. Go to Page Layout, click Background button, find the image and open it. Also uncheck the View headings. Now it's time to change the colors of the dashboard. Starting from the top, highlight these cells and from Home tab, fill them with white color. You can fill the months cell with a light gray color if you like. Next, we are going to change the design of these square shapes. Highlight the first one, hold the Shift key and highlight the rest shapes. Go to Format tab and from Picture Styles, choose the white snip diagonal corner. Now select the first chart on your left and change the style from Design tab. I prefer the style 8. The same with this chart. Great. The last step is to change the color of the table. So highlight all the cells and select the white color. We have prepared a background and design for our interactive Excel dashboard that is simply beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial on designing Excel dashboards, and I want to thank you for watching it. If you like this type of Excel tutorials, please give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more advanced Excel techniques that I'm going to share with you.